Greetings, welcome back to PinkOddBird. Today I'm here to share this book with you using a digital kit called Angels and Ornaments by Rachael Sarah Crafts. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so I'm here to share this super chunky, beautiful, fluffy book with all of you. Like I said, it's using a digital kit that was sent to me by my buddy Rachael. So I will definitely link down to her Etsy store in the description box below. The kit Angels and Ornaments, it's a huge kit and I've used pretty much all of it in this whole book here. It's a giant book. It's 8.5 by 5.5 and the spine is like a whopping 3.5 inches. And I did that on purpose so that you would still have room to grow. Like in the book, it lays flat, you know, and it stays closed on its own. Like you don't really even need the closure yet, but there is room for it to grow. So I've had this really pretty big huge feather for a long time, and I thought that it would be so perfect to use on this cover because there are feathers that are incorporated and it is kind of, you know, it's an angel theme, so I thought this would be kind of like the wing of an angel. And I have some really pretty like flat back pearls here that I like to use now and then. And then on the spine I have a vintage doily that I've just let run the distance of the book. And on the back it's that same pretty like a velvet super soft fabric with the gold flecks, and I think it's so pretty because even in the spine you can see the little flecks in the holes of the doily. And the closure is a satin ribbon. Here's what the profile looks like. And at the top here you can see there's lots of delicious yumminess, and at the bottom as well, which I haven't done. I feel like I haven't done this in a long time. So lots of beautiful, visually pleasing things, I believe, in this book. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. So basically the kit guided me with how I wanted this book to go and to look as far as the feel and the color palette. I took a lot of inspiration from how the kit was designed, and I love how she has these designs that kind of just trail off into like sorry, they're doing work next door, so if you hear sounds, that's what it is. They trail off into this like ancient sort of like looking wall kind of pattern or feeling. There's obviously a lot of textiles in this book. I've used a lot of my actual vintage lace, so I could probably make 100 more books like this and still have lace. So Angel Chorus, that's I printed some of the digis front and back, so there's some more vintage lace down at the bottom. I've also used coffee stained paper, as you can see. And I had some old paper bags that I've been hanging on to forever. And last year I decided that I would break them down into pages that are, or you know, pieces that could be used as pages. Otherwise I'll never get around to using them. So some of these like lightweight paper bags are in here, and I've done a lot of like stenciling, and the stenciling is done with texture paste to further give it that like sort of like that cracking antique kind of like finish. So I think that really added to what the kit was giving me. And then there is a lot of random gesso and stamping and such here and there. So vintage book page. There's vintage music paper. And there are 6 signatures in this book. Oh, and I forgot to mention that it is a hollow back book. So it is going to lay completely flat for you. And like I said, there are 6 signatures. I do use Nick the Booksmith's hollow back tutorials, so if you're interested in that, I'll link to it below. So that's how basically this whole cover was constructed. So I have a huge lace pocket here. It's so pretty. And with Rachael's ornament pages, what I decided to do instead of cutting out all of the elements was just to make these pages into big trifold tags. So I thought it would be really pretty for you to just do some journaling behind here and just fold it and tuck it away. I think that's just really pretty. And then there are several kits like tags like this that come with it as well. Some more stenciling down here. these little tiny journaling cards that she gives you. On all of them, I've just used one of the images on the front, and then I've backed them with the lined pages, so they're kind of like reversible, and they're sturdy little journaling cards. And I just have some design elements on the backs of the pages as well, just to give it more like visual interest. And I love making books like this. I haven't done one in quite a while, I don't think. There are 6 charms on the book, and here is a feather, which obviously ties in with the theme. So it's just a little feather charm on the paper clip there. And another little journaling card up there. Some more of that vintage lace. There's a vintage book page. This book is actually just really fun to sit and flip through. This one is Tim Holtz token that says Journey. And just feel all of the different like textures in here, because you have the gritty feeling of the stenciling, and then you have like the sandy feeling of the gesso, the soft feeling of the lace, the crunchy feeling of the papers. It's just everything. I feel like it's everything that we love. So another little tag there, and this little piece just flips through. So there is writing space in here available as well. Like you can totally write in here if you want to. It's kind of like a journal, I guess. Yeah, it is, because it does have the writing space. But these books are also kind of just like lookbooks or keepsakes, something like that, you know. To me, anyway. The ones that are like this are backed on a shimmer cardstock, so it looks really pretty. So there's some more of those feather elements, like I wanted to carry through. So I did leave some of the threads hanging just to add to the like shabby kind of feel for this book. It's a pretty like embroidery like flower piece. Little angels, more vintage lace. Oh, and I did add the white tulle to give it that like airy kind of cloud-like feeling in the book. It's another feather there. This pretty fabric, and then there's a pretty little crystal charm on this paper clip. This paper is really neat. It's almost like a mulberry paper, but it's like see-through. You can see the music paper. You can see it through, but it's really neat feeling. So here I just have one big fabric tab on the page. Some more of the background staining that I did. I used a mixture of like sprays and distress stain and distress ink on those. So on this paper clip here, it's a pretty little beaded tassel with like the little chain tassel hanging off the paper clip. And this envelope comes with it also. Some more texture up here. Some more tulle there. Okay, so I believe we're moving into the fourth signature here. It's another vintage book page. So some more writing space. You can write in you know, any place in a journal that I see that's plain, I will write in it. So another one of these big old tags. I love the staining on this page here. This little piece here, I just stitched some fabric along it just for interest. It's a little sheer pocket. And this envelope has a little journaling card inside of it. Some more fabric down here. This page was interesting to me because when I saw it at first, I was like, my page is wrinkled? It's not though. That's the way she designed it. And there's a couple in here like that. And it tricked me because I'm like, it looks like, you see how this paper is like wrinkled? And you can see that because the shadowing and, you know, the dents in the paper. It tricked me. I was like, oh, good job, Rachel. Oh, here it is. See how it looks like it has like the wrinkly like waves? That's the way she did the paper. And now that's such a small detail. And I think that was really a smart thing to do. So fabric down here. So fabric hanging off of here as well. There's another envelope. And a little journaling card. Some more staining and washi. I've made this book using everything that I have, so I am definitely trying to still stick with that, using what you have, and I have a lot to use, so hopefully I can get a good dent in like my stash this year. And I know it's always hard when we want to buy paper because you see these new paper packs and you're like, oh, I need it. Alright, so I added these little silver bells here just because the kit is called like Angels and Ornaments. I thought this would be a fun little ornamental element to have. So they're on a garment pin here. Another tag. And this piece, some vintage stationery that I found in my stash. But it's so pretty and I thought that it went really well with this kit, so that's what that side looks like, and there's what this side looks like. But you can see it totally fits like with that, you know, the vibe of the kit. There's another crystal charm here, and this is one of those tracing pieces that I've been using lately, and this one is a set of 3 roses. This one here, I turned it into a floating pocket, and I just added some vintage lace here at the top, and then I just slightly tucked in this journaling card, just enough so that you would know something was in here. I even added a little gesso to the vellum because it starts giving it like a really crunchy texture. Some more lace down here. So in this pocket here, I have another little card, and then in the piece here, I just have it held closed with a paper clip. And you know those scraps that we always have cut off? Well, I just decided to put them in here because I thought that it would be kind of fun, maybe if you wrote something in here just all the way across. And you can write on the back sides too. It's just coffee stained paper, but I thought that was something kind of different and fun, you know, just trying to think of inventive ways instead of throwing away those hard-earned coffee-stained scraps there. So you can see here, this is like a piece of the kit where it's like kind of stencil-like looking, and that's what was inspiring me to do that, like stencil look on the pages. So yeah, definitely lots to look at and feel. This is some shimmer gold vellum, just so pretty. I love that. And see and touch in this book, you know, like I think this is a texture lover's dream, I guess you could say. Yeah, when I was making this, like I said, I was just like having a weird day this day. And so there's another one of those feather elements. I kind of just really just zoned out, and this book came together like before my eyes. Like I was done. I was like, well, okay, well, that was interesting. So another fabric piece, a little angel on the back. There's my stamp. And that is it. So this book was fun, and I'm happy that I had a chance to make this, and I hope that all of you like this as much as I do. I really do enjoy this style and this like look and feel of the light and airy kind of vibes, you know. So this one is going to be listed up in my Etsy shop, so if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and take a look over there. It'll be there until it's not. And don't forget to hit the like button, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And that is going to wrap it up for me for now. Be sure to stay tuned, because you never know what direction this odd flock of ours is heading into. And until next time, toodaloo.